Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at multiples, and multiples basically means lots of a number, okay? So when we're talking about our multiples, say for example we were to talk about the multiples of 2, let's just start off really easy, I'll just write them here. Your multiples of 2 would be 2, 4, 6, 8. Your multiples just go up like that into lots of a number. 1 lot of 2, 2 lots of 2, 3 lots of 2, 4 lots of 2, okay? So your multiples are just very similar to your times tables, okay? So when we're looking for the multiples, you need to be thinking of these times tables, okay? So let's have a look at these types of questions. Now, for some of these, the difficulty is increased a little bit because this is going to be the type of thing you look at all throughout Key Stage 2 when you're in school or when you're in school going back and revising different things. So, it says here, to start off with, write the first 5 multiples of 4. Then it progresses to write the next 5 multiples of 3, starting at 24. And finally it says, find the common multiples between below 40 of 3 and 5. So, we're going to have a look at how to answer all these different types of questions. To start with though, let's have a look at the method. So the method says, the first part says, remember, multiples are lots of a number, so just think of your times tables. The second part says, write down your times tables if you need to. Remember, times tables don't just stop at 12 times a number. So say for example, I'm doing my 2 times tables. I don't just go 20, 22, 24, that's it. I couldn't possibly find out what 13 times 2 is. I know 12 times 2 is 24, but I couldn't possibly find out what 13 times 2 is. All you would do is you just add another 2, another lot of 2, wouldn't you? Okay, so think of your times tables when you're thinking of multiples, okay? Now sometimes it can be really helpful to write down your times tables, particularly if you're a bit unsure, say for example on your 7s and you're doing a question like this. If you're doing this first question, write the first 5 multiples of 4, what you're doing is basically writing the times tables anyway. So you don't need to worry about writing the times tables down to then rewrite them. Because what we're trying to do is be efficient and use our time wisely, aren't we, okay? So let's start with the first one. Write the first 5 multiples of 4. So all I need to do is the 4 times tables for the first 5 of them. So I know 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and 5 times 4 is 20. First 5 multiples of 4 will be 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Okay, now let's move on to the second type of question. So the second type of question says, write the next 5 multiples of 3, starting at 24. So now, it might be helpful to write down your times tables if you're a bit unsure of them. So what you could do is you could go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and then you could carry on from there, couldn't you? Okay, well I'm starting at 24, now all I need to do is find 3 more than this, so I go, right, 3 more than 24 is 27, and there is my the first part of this answer, okay? So write the next 5 multiples of 3, starting at 24. So, I know I've started at 24. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, I've got 24 in my head. Now I need to find the next 5 multiples. So the next one's going to be 27, isn't it? Then, so 9 times 3 is 27. 10 times 3 will be 30. 11 times 3 will be 33. 12 times 3 will be 36, and this is where it's important we remember this second part of the method here, isn't it? Remember, times tables don't just stop at 12 times a number. I can't go, well, that question can't be done. It's impossible, couldn't possibly do it, because we've got 4 lots, and I know 12 times 3 is 36, I can't work out the next one. Instead, what I would have to do is say, right, okay, I've added 3 each time, so now what I would need to do is I need to add another lot of 3. 27 add 3 is 30, 33 add 3 is 30, 30 add 3 is 33, 33 add 3 is going to give us 36, so then what I would do is I'd add another 3 on to give us 39, 37, 38, 39. So the next 5 multiples of 3 starting at 24 would be 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. We can check it when we're writing these down over here. We've got 30, 33, 36, and 39, okay? So, Now let's have a look at the last question over here. Find the common multiples below 40 of 3 and 5. Right, the common multiples. So what that means is they have to be in both sets, don't they? They have to be in the 3 times table and the 5 times table. They have to be multiples of 3 and multiples of 5. Now for this, I'm going to go across the page. You can probably go down the page. It's probably easier if you go down the page. In fact, I'll go down and across like I have done over here. So, find the common multiples below 40 of 3 and 5. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write out my multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. I can keep going because I need to go to 40, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. Now I don't need to write the next one, do I? Because I know the next one's going to be more than 40 because I've got 39 here. Anything more than that's going to be more than 40. My next number would be 42, but that's more than 40 and the question tells me it has to be below 40. So, find the common multiples below 40 of 3 and 5. There's all my multiples of 3 below 40. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write all my multiples of 5 that are also below 40. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now I don't write 40. I've written 40 there. Doesn't make sense, does it? Because it's 40 isn't below 40. 40 is the number 40 itself, so it's not below 40. So now what I need to do is I need to find the common multiples below 40 of 3 and 5. So I need to find the numbers that are in both the 3's and the 5's that are below 40. So again, similar to when I was finding the common factors before, I'm going to start with the set of multiples that has the least in it. So I can see the 3's have got an awful lot in it, so I'm going to start with my 5's. I'm going to say, right, okay, is 5 in the 3's? No, it's not. Is 10 in the 3's? No, it's not. Is 15 in the 3's? 15 is in both of them, so it's going to be a common multiple. Is 20 in the 3's? No. 25 in the 3's? No. 30 in the 3's? Yes, it is. So it's a common multiple as well. And then is 35 in the 3's? No, it isn't. So the common multiples below 40 of 3 and 5 would be 15 and 30. I can write that over here, 15 and 30.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill, or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.